This is put up or shut up time for both Donald Trump and for Cy Vance.
Late Tuesday, word leaked that a grand jury has been convened to decide if former President Donald Trump or his associates engaged in criminal activity to line their own pockets. Vinoo Varghese is a former New York City prosecutor and now a defense attorney.
Big developments in the criminal investigation into former President Trump's business dealings. The Manhattan DA has convened a grand jury to consider the evidence. Teresa Priolo following that for us tonight. She's in the newsroom now with more on what this next step means. Teresa.
Steve, it means presumably that Manhattan DA Cy Vance believes he has enough evidence and a strong case to charge former President Donald Trump and or his Trump Organization associates with the crime. Vance's investigation has spanned 2 years and comprised of millions of pages of documents. Now we wait to see what a grand jury decides.
This is put up or shut up time for both Donald Trump and for Cy Vance.
Late Tuesday, word leaked that a grand jury has been convened to decide if former President Donald Trump or his associates engaged in criminal activity to line their own pockets. Vinoo Varghese is a former New York City prosecutor and now a defense attorney.
The grand jury secrecy is one of the most holy things in the criminal law. It's supposed to be preserved to the nth degree.
The grand jury, made up of 23 New Yorkers, will sit 3 days a week for 6 months. It's expected they'll hear other cases outside of those involving the former president. But to be sure, there are millions of pages of documents in the Trump case to sift through, and the burden of proof is far lower in grand jury trials than criminal trials.
The only way the grand jury ultimately fulfills its function is that if it takes a vote. There have to be 16 people of the 23 who've heard all of the evidence, but a minimum of 12 people who've heard all the evidence have to vote to move forward in order to secure an indictment.
The case involving the Trump Organization began after the president's former personal attorney, Michael Cohen, appeared before Congress. Since then, Vance's office has engaged in a protracted legal battle to obtain the president's tax returns. He won that fight this past winter. Vance's investigation is set to center around the Trump Organization's business practices, including manipulating the financial records of his properties to receive tax benefits. The grand jury is expected to hand up their answer just as the tenure of Cy Vance is coming to a close.
Vance's legacy has been, questioned, and he's leaving. So he may see this as his final hurrah, which is he indicted Donald Trump, and he'll leave it to the next DA and team to secure a conviction.
Fox 5 reached out to the DA's office. They declined to comment. We also contacted the Trump Organization, which did not return our calls. Steve.
Very well. Thanks, Teresa.